Star Wars 7x7 episode 2515. In with the announcement of Dave Filoni's promotion to executive creative director was a bit of news about Rangers of the New Republic, or maybe it's news, maybe it's not news. Let's talk about what the announcement is and put it in a little bit of context. Shall we? Punch it. Hey Rebel Rouser, I'm Alan Voivod and this is Star Wars 7x7, new daily dose of Star Wars joy, and thank you so much for joining me for it. So here is how things played out, okay? So we talked about Dave Filoni's promotion to executive creative director and what that all means and put it into context and whatnot. This happened not as an official press release announcement, it was just something that was updated on the Lucasfilm website, like the Lucasfilm website, not the StarWars.com website, the Lucasfilm website, okay? And so that is all that there was about that. And then everybody wrote news stories about it. Well, Variety, one of the Hollywood trades, did a story about it. And 6 paragraphs into a 9-paragraph story that was also interspersed with a bunch of social media embeds about people saying, hey, congratulations, Dave Filoni, great. There was this particular paragraph. It says, in December, Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy announced that Filoni and Favreau, Jon Favreau, are executive producing several Mandalorian spin-offs for Disney+, including The Book of Boba Fett, which is currently shooting and premiering in December, and Ahsoka, starring Rosario Dawson, and based on the character Filoni created in the Clone Wars. And at the end of the paragraph, this parenthetical, a third announced spin-off, Rangers of the New Republic, is not currently in active development, unquote, close paren. Now, this is the first that anyone has said anything about this at all, and IO9 did a story and said that they reached out to Lucasfilm for comment and that they would update their story when they heard back. Well, they haven't heard back, so there's been no comment. The only news item about this is that mention from Variety, and that's it. However, Disney Plus's website, like they have a website, like a domain or a subdomain, disneyplusoriginals.disneyplus.com or something like that. And Rangers of the New Republic is still listed there. And in case you would like the refresher, here's the description of it. It says, set within the timeline of The Mandalorian, Rangers of the New Republic is a new live-action series from executive producers Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni that will intersect with future stories and culminate into a climactic story event, which is pretty much what we heard all the way back at the Disney Investor Day in December of 2020. Now, also for the refresher, back in December, the presumption had been that Gina Carano as Cara Dune would be a centerpiece of Rangers of the New Republic, but that stuff going on with her social media profile posting was making it so that Disney wasn't necessarily comfortable with making that announcement yet. And then, of course, cut to February, where Disney is saying, yeah, we're not going to work with her anymore. And so now here we are 3 months later with this idea of Rangers of the New Republic, not being in active development. That particular element is not sourced. In fact, in the Variety thing, like they didn't say, a source within Lucasfilm or our sources or inside sources or anonymous sources or whatever. Like they don't even mention it as a source situation. They just say it's not currently in active development. Of course, one wonders what that phrase means, not currently in active development. Well, if you think about what they do have actively going right now, I mean, they have the Andor series that's filming, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series is filming, the Book of Boba Fett should be done filming by now, and they're going to have the Ahsoka series and season 3 of The Mandalorian going in the near future. So, my goodness, they have a lot of stuff that's actively being developed and produced right now. To say nothing of the fact that we've also got the Acolyte series and the Lando series that are in development too. So there are a lot of irons in the fire right now. And the other thing I'll mention is that we've never had an announcement of a showrunner attached to the Rangers of the New Republic series, right? So even the Lando series and the Acolyte series, about which we know absolutely nothing, and basically it's only just been announced, they each have somebody attached to it. Justin Simeon for the Lando series and Leslie Headland for the Acolyte series, but we don't have that for Rangers of the New Republic. Heck, we don't even have that for the Ahsoka series for that matter. So I, for one, am not reading the phrase not currently in active development and thinking to myself, oh, that's it. It's just never going to be made. to me, it sounds more like it's just kind of been pushed down the priority list in terms of everything else they have going on. And yeah, if Gina Carano was going to be a part of it, well, it makes sense that under the current circumstances, they're going to rethink it and recalibrate it and decide how they want to proceed with it, especially since they're still having it appear on the Disney Plus website, and it is still, in theory, part of whatever their plans are for a climactic story event. Yes, they could probably, remove it if they needed to, but I have a feeling it's just a matter of, okay, let's rethink what we're doing with this, and heaven knows they got enough going on already. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that we're done with Rangers as an idea just yet. We're just going to have to wait a little bit longer to see what it's going to look like. But that, I think, provides all the context that there is to be had at the moment for the Rangers of the New Republic series. And if you've got more to add, then by all means, chime in wherever you like to catch the show that has a comment section, or at home base at sw7x7.com. That's going to do it for our show today. It just remains for me to say thank you so much for joining me for it, as always, and may the Force be with you, wherever in the world you may be.
Star Wars 7x7 is not endorsed or sponsored yet by Lucasfilm Limited, Disney, or 20th Century Fox, and is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Star Wars, the Star Wars logo, all names and pictures of Star Wars characters, vehicles, and any other Star Wars-related items are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of Lucasfilm Limited, or their respective trademark and copyright holders. May the Force be with them. All original content is copyright 2021 by Star Wars 7x7. We hope you love it.